Yes, good morning, my dear students. So today we are going to discussing about the electric field and the electric flux. Okay. So here in our previous classes we have seen that suppose in a closed surface, what's happened? The electric flux can be calculated. Okay. So the electric flux can be passed in a closed surface. The electric flux can be passed. This electric flux can be calculated by using the formula, that is the E psi is equals to E dot A. So this is the formula for calculating the electric flux. Okay. So now we have also seen that the total electric flux in a closed surface, that is can be calculated as integration of E dot ds. Okay, so psi is equals to integration of E dot ds. This is also we have discussed. Okay, what's happened while we are calculating the electric flux in a closed surface? At the same time, we have also calculated the electric field. How we are calculating these electric fields? So today we are seen by the example of the electric field due to infinite long plane sheet. Okay. So there are many charge distributions are there. Okay. So many kinds of the different charge distributions are there. For example, suppose you have to take a metal wire. Okay. Metal wire has been charged. Okay. So non-conducting metal has been charged. Okay. So a metal has been charged like this. So many different types of the electric charge distributions are there. Okay, so these charge distributions, what does it will produces the electric field in its surroundings. Okay, so this electric field we have to calculate here. Okay, so how we can calculate? See here, suppose you have to take a electric field due to infinite long plane sheet. Okay, so here infinite long plane sheet means it is a big sheet. Okay, so here we have to find out the electric field. So now consider a cylinder. Okay, now we have to consider the cylinder. Okay, why we are going to considering this cylinder? Because when we are going to calculating, it will becomes easy for us, so that's why we are taking the cylinder here. So this cylinder, the one portion of the cylinder is in the one part, okay, one side. Okay, so other part of the cylinder is in the other side. Okay, so one portion is here and another portion is here. Okay, so the total length of this cylinder is to be 2r. 2r be the total length of the cylinder. Okay, the area of this cylinder is a1. Okay, this is one area. Okay, so here, and this is the inner area. Okay, so this is also a, and the third one, that is this one area. So three areas are there. Okay, so here we have to find out the area vectors. Okay, so now we have to find out the area vectors. So area vector means area. When we are going to find out the area vector's direction is perpendicular to the outward direction from the surface. Okay, see here, this is the area vector where it is perpendicular to the outward surface. Okay, perpendicular to outward surface, that is we have denoted as a n cap. Okay, in the second portion, okay, so here also same, the direction of the area is perpendicular to the outward surface, that is the n. Okay, so now in the third portion, the cylinder is a curved shape. Okay, so you already know that the shape of the cylinder is always a curved shape. So that's why this, okay, here we have to take the, this is the surface, no? So we are here, we have to take the what, area direction, okay, area vector. So where we have to take, so consider here an area element. You can consider everywhere here on the surface of the curved line. Okay, suppose you are taking here is also holds good. Okay, you have to take here, no problem. So I have considered here this is an area element. Okay, so the direction of the area is to be perpendicular to the outward from the surface. So see here, it is a perpendicular to the outward direction, so that is the n cap. Okay, so now we have to find out the direction of the electric fields. Okay, so what is the direction of the electric fields here? The electric field direction is in a closed surface, that is also a perpendicular to the outward direction from the surface. So here when we have seen the direction of the area, it is the same as the electric field direction. Okay, so outward from the perpendicular to the outward direction. Okay, here is the electric field's direction, and in case of this, here also the electric field direction is perpendicular to the outward surface. So in this case what's happened, this surface, this is the surface, and here, okay, suppose the cylinder is here. Okay, so like that the electric fields are going like this. So this will perpendicular to the outward directions, and the here now we have to calculate this angle between this electric field and the area vector. So in the first portion, that is here, the angle between the area vector and the electric field, the theta will becomes 0. Okay, so in the second portion, here also the area angle between the electric field and the area vector is also becomes 0. The angle between these theta is equals to 0. So next, in the case of the curved surface, here the angle between the area vector and the electric field will theta is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so here we have to calculate the electric field now. Okay, how we are going to calculating? First of all, we should to know that the what is the electric flux of the, what is the electric flux of these three. First of all, we have to calculate. Okay, so here we are calculating the formula by using this formula. Integration of E dot ds is equals to q by epsilon naught. So this is the basic method, and this is the Gauss law. Okay, so here we will get, okay, one more thing here, the surface charge density is there. So what do you mean by the surface charge density? It is the charge per unit area. ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಸೊ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ we have calculate the electric flux in a cubic system. Okay, so in a closed system, that is we have taken cube. So in that cube there are 6 faces. Okay, in every faces we have calculated separately. Okay, so using phi 1, phi 2, phi 2, phi 3, phi 2, 6. Okay, we have calculate all those things, all those 6 fluxes. Okay, so here what we have to do, like that here also we have to add calculate one by one. Okay, so that's why we have to integrate all these things. Okay, so first one, that is the integration portion of 1 is EDS cos 0, and integration of second portion EDS cos 0 plus integration of third portion EDS cos 90. So we have taken three portions and we have added all these things. Okay, in the last portion, that is integration of EDS cos 90, the value of cos 90 will become 0. So that's why the totally it will become 0. You can multiply 0 for anything, it will become 0. So that's why the third portion will become 0. Okay, the first portion and the second portion EDS cos 0 plus EDS cos 0, we will get the take the E outside. Okay, here E is common. Okay, see here in the figure we have seen that E is common in everywhere. So that's why we are taking the E on outside. So now the integration of one, that is ds, plus integration of second portion ds is equals to q by epsilon naught. Okay, here ds is nothing but it is a small area. Okay, so ds here we are considering the smallest area. So when we are adding these smallest areas, we will get the one area, that is we can denote it as a. Okay, so here ea plus second portion ds is also a. So ea plus ea is equals to q by epsilon naught. Okay, so here we are replacing the q. Okay, here we are replacing the q charge by the surface charge density. Okay, I have already told you that the surface charge density is the charge per unit area. So that's why we are putting sigma a is equals to q. Okay, in place of q we are putting sigma a. So sigma a divided by the epsilon naught. Here the a will be cancelled and we will get the 2e. 2e is equals to sigma by epsilon naught. So we can write this as E is equals to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So this is the electric field in a closed system, that is infinite long plane sheet. Okay, so this is the electric field finally we are got. So this is the very important formula for considering the electric field due to infinite long plane sheet. Okay, here one more thing, that is conducting plates and non-conducting plane sheets. Suppose we will take the conducting plates, we will consider only one layer. Okay, here this is only one layer. Okay, because suppose I will take the non-conducting layer, the conducting layer will produces the electric field in inner surfaces as well as the outer surface. Okay, so suppose we have to consider the conducting surface means, so what's happen, it will produces the electric field inner surface as well as the outer surface. So because this is a non-conducting surface, it is not a, it will not produces the outer surface. So that's why we are considering this is only one layer surface. So this is the difference between the conducting and non-conducting plane sheets. Okay, you have to be remember these things. Okay, so in the other case, so what's happened, suppose the here one more thing, the E is common in everywhere. Suppose I will draw the graph here. So this is the our graph. Okay, so E versus R distance. Okay, so see here the graph will go straight line. Why? Because it is a common in everywhere, so that's why it will goes straight line. Okay, we are not considering the what is the distance of this. Okay, we are not bother about the what is the distance of this. Okay, 2r 3r 4r whatever it may be. So we just considering the electric field. Okay, that's why this graph will becomes like this. So my dear students, this is about the electric field due to infinite long plane sheet. Okay, so this will consider as this. Okay, so have you understood about this? Okay, if you have any problems, if you have any doubts, okay, if you have any clarification, you can ask me. Okay, so next we will go for the Gauss law. Okay, so what is the Gauss law means? Statement of the Gauss law. See here, the statement of the Gauss law says that the total electric flux passing in a closed surface is 1 by epsilon naught times greater than the total electric field or charge inside the closed surface. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಪ್ಸಲಾಂಗ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ದಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ statement of the Gauss law. So let us, we shall prove the Gauss law. Okay, so here it is a proof is not there, but for our understanding we have to prove the Gauss law. Suppose consider the sphere here. Okay, consider the closed system or closed sphere. Okay, here what's happen in a closed sphere, in a center we have a q charge. In a center we have a q charge. It is a plus q charge. Okay, so and it is the separated by the distance r. The distance is r. Okay, now what's happened, from the surface perpendicular to the circle, we have to point P is given. Okay, here from the surface perpendicular to this surface, the point P is given. So now what's happened, psi is equals to E dot ds. So what is the psi here? Psi is nothing but the electric flux. Okay, so E is nothing but the electric field and d is the smallest area element. Okay, so in this circle, in a closed surface, now we have to find out the electric area vector. So area vector, how can we find out the area vector's direction? So here area vector direction is always perpendicular to the outward direction from the surface. Okay, so here this is the outward direction from the surface. Okay, you can take any part in the circle. Okay, you can take any portion from the surface, from the circle, you will get a perpendicular direction, that is area vector. Okay, so this is the area vector direction. You can take any part in the any position, they will get the perpendicular to the outward direction. So now we have also find out the electric field. So in case of the electric field directions, as same as the area vector direction, so it will also what's happen, it will also perpendicular to the outward direction from the surface. Okay, what is the direction of the area vector? The electric field also goes on a same direction. So here the angle between the area vector and the electric field will becomes 0. Why means, because it lies on the same plane. Okay, so it will follows the straight line, electric field and the area vector. So cos 0 is equals to 1. Cos 0 will becomes what? 1. So that's why we are putting theta is equals to 0 here. Okay, so this will become what? Psi is equals to E dot ds. Or so here ds is the smallest area element in the circle. Okay, so these ds are smallest area in the circle. So that's why we have to add all those elements, all those area elements in from the circle. So we have adding this almost area element, we have to take the integration. So integration is adding, so here 0. So in a ring shaped integration, this is a ring shape, this will indicates that the it is a closed system. Okay, so that's why it is a closed system. We are adding all those things, ds, that is the smallest area elements. So we are getting what? We are getting the total electric flux. Okay, so removing this ds and putting a, so a is nothing but the area of all those small area elements. Okay, so this formula will becomes psi is equals to E dot A. Okay, psi is equals to E dot A cos theta. So this is the formula. This is the another formula, that is what considering the Gauss law. Okay, so Gauss law is also says that the total electric flux in a closed system is 1 by epsilon naught times greater than the total charge inside the closed surface. So this is about the Gauss law, and we have solved these things, that is the electric field due to infinite long plane sheet. So these are the two important concepts that which we are discussed here. So my dear students, till now we have seen that the very Gauss law importance, and the in our next class we are going to discussing about the applications of the Gauss law. Okay, so what are the applications are there, we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you everyone.